Hello, this is Eileen, the Environmental Educator. And in this video, oh boy, people, it is time to truly just start living every day because the Doomsday Clock was set to 90 seconds, marking the closest the world has come to Armageddon. Now, these reports, they do call the Doomsday Clock symbolic and metaphoric, but yeah, these articles do have scary headlines. So this one, USA Today, Doomsday Clock 2023 says the world is closer than ever to global catastrophe. And NBC, it's set closer to midnight than ever before. The Bulletin of Atomic scientists warned that humanity is facing a time of unprecedented danger. Danger, Will Rogers, danger. No, so let's take a look at this. They said that we are living in unprecedented danger that has an increased likelihood of a human caused apocalypse. Yeah. And they said the response is made to threats from nuclear weapons, climate change, and infectious disease. And the people, Rachel Bronson, the president and CEO of the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists, said in a statement, it's a decision our experts do not take lightly. Oh, okay. Well, that's good, but it's also symbolic and metaphoric, which so so yeah, okay. And you only did it 10 seconds ahead. We were at 100 seconds, and now we're at 90 seconds, a minute and a half. And is anybody gonna really care about this? No, everybody talks about it, but is anybody going to do any real action? I don't know. We'll see. They say that from almost every perspective, the risk of nuclear catastrophe is higher today than last year. Yeah, and that it's increased, with the United States, Russia, and China. But there's also North Korea, India, and Pakistan. They said. And then a member of the Bulletin Science and Advisory Board said, with emissions still rising, weather extremes continue and are even more clearly attributable to climate change. Yeah. So, well, they said, the bright spot is the innovation around renewable energy, together with strong engagement from younger generations who have been passionately pushing for more climate action. But right, the youth are just pushing for what the people who have a microphone tell them they're going to do. So it's clean energy, which we all know that on the list of the solutions the world needs, clean energy is last, and the first five just are not even talked about, okay, and haven't been allowed since November of '93. And the bulletin also says that countries should mitigate the risks of infectious disease outbreaks, and other biological threats. And this year, the organization is hoping the clock will be a wake-up call for world leaders and members of the public. The Doomsday Clock is sounding an alarm for the whole of humanity. We are on the brink of a precipice. And they don't make it sound like it's a very good precipice. So this USA Today article says that the world is closer to annihilation than it has ever been. Drink up, people. It might just be time to just drink up. So yeah, this says that the bulletin chose to set the clock ahead by 10 seconds. I mean, true, we were at 100 seconds. We're 10 seconds. Okay, like maybe if they did it to 1 second, people might take it seriously. I don't know, but they say the reasons they moved it forward was because of nuclear brinkmanship in its war in the Ukraine, the real threats of climate change becoming increasingly dire, and ongoing concerns about more possible pandemics caused by humans encroaching on formerly wild areas. Oh, that's why pandemics are caused? I didn't know that. So right here, Mary Robinson, the former president of Ireland and former United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights, I'm assuming this is her because she said the threats are even more acute and the failures of leadership even more damning. So, yeah, just like Al Gore said, we're failing. Of course you are. And authority isn't doing its job. No, and they haven't been since when? Oh, I know when. Since November of 93. So, but here we are, making a big deal that, they're hoping that setting this clock ahead to 90 seconds is going to get people to act. So, I'm texting Bobby Kennedy's Children's Health Defense tonight. You think Bobby will act? I doubt it. I doubt it, but I told him this article ends here. Okay, this article, it ends here. But the clock can be dialed back if treaties are reached and if breakthroughs happen in climate change and health crises. Well, the environmental educator, am definitely the breakthrough of what the world needs in climate change. But we'll see. We'll see if anybody allows it. And a member of the Bulletin Science and Security Board said, it's a way to remind people of issues that are so big they pose a threat to civilization as a whole. Well, you know what? I don't really think people need to be reminded of that. We're reminded of it every single day when you hear news. Okay? What we need is people to actually allow solutions. And this gets pressed for a day, a year, and then oh yeah, oh people remember this. Oh, we're at 90 seconds. People aren't going to care till it's at a second, and even then they won't care. They're going to care when it happens, and then they're going to wish they really cared. About now at 90 seconds when maybe something could have been done. So the bulletin's president, Rachel Bronson, said the movement of the clock to just 90 seconds to midnight sends a message that the world situation is urgent with possible broad consequences and long-standing effects. What we're conveying with this clock move is things are not going in the right direction, and they haven't been going in the right direction. Those who are listening say the world doesn't feel safer today. They're not alone. Yeah. And they say that, they hope now that, this year's announcement will focus the world awareness. The world is aware. It's like Al Gore still raising awareness that we need solutions while he's been preventing them since 93. Okay. And push people toward action and away from business as usual mindset. But yeah, okay. Good luck getting people to act because, all right, I still can't even get Bobby Kennedy. Gerald Celente and Judge Knapp are talking about getting Bobby to run for president and Judge Knapp for vice president. And will Bobby Kennedy lead with this? No. He's been holding it from the world since 98. He'll continue to, but he's going to run for president because he's a Kennedy, and the Kennedys, they do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. But where's Bobby? That's right. He's AWOL, along along with everybody else who has been holding up the action the world needs, which has got us to this 90 seconds in the environmental aspect of this. And Rachel, oh no, wait a sec. This is the Robinson lady who, is this former United Nations High Commissioner of Human Rights and the former president of Ireland. She says, leaders, wake up. This is your responsibility. This is on your watch. And it's been on all of these people's watches. It's been on Al Gore, Bobby Kennedy, Bill McKibben, the NRDC, James Hansen, Mr. BS, Bernie Sanders, Redford, Sundance, Gore's organization got Earth to 400 plus, Greta, the youth and the youth climate case, every environmental organization out there, you name it, Trudeau, everybody. It's all on their watch, and yet not one of them can be bothered with the solutions they scream for. So now, we're at 90 seconds to midnight. So let's see what this Washington Examiner has to say. They say that the 90 seconds was determined by researchers who assessed the number of nuclear weapons in the world, wars, the rate of sea level rise, government efforts, and other global issues that threaten humanity. And a board member said it's a way to remind people of issues that are so big they pose a threat to civilization as a whole. But yeah, again, to kind of wrap this up, this article wraps it up with saying the clock can be dialed back if treaties are reached and if breakthroughs happen in climate change and health crises. And if only everybody that's out there screaming for solutions would allow them. Yeah. Oh, and who does that include? Oh, that's right. Albie, Greta, and every environmental voice out there. Bill Gates, everybody. Everybody. So we're at 90 seconds to midnight, people. It's dire. We're at a precipice. So enjoy every minute of every day, always, and pick up the phone. Call these people. Call Bobby Kennedy at Children's Health Defense. They start getting phone calls. Their phone starts ringing off the hook. Maybe Bobby Kennedy will do something. Stay tuned, people.